These days, it's like so easy to be great because everyone else is weak. And that's a statement by David Goggins. You probably know him if you're in the self-improvement space. He is like I believe, a athlete in like running, and he has some crazy takes, and is like a really good and successful, amazing guy. You should definitely check him out if you don't know him. And this quote has so much truth in it. Like, it's so easy to be great because everyone else is weak these days. When we think like 80 years back, I live in Germany, there was like World War II, like men, when they were like my age, like 17, like right now I would have been in war. I would have been put into the army with a gun in my hand, and they told me, shoot this enemy guy, shoot the French guy, shoot the American guy, whatever. I would have seen people, a lot of horrible things. Germany completely destroyed, away from my family, no direction whatsoever, no time, no nothing. Like, it was just here's your vision, do it. And then if I would have survived, I would maybe I would maybe been held hostage by the enemies, like my grandpa did. He got held in Russia as like a working slave. Got released after 3 years after the war ended. So like 1848, he had a bullet stuck in his body, which didn't even get operated because they didn't care. Like, if he died, he didn't care. He had to eat like skin from the tree. I don't know what it's called. Like, when you have a tree that's like this brown thing, like, that you can peel off, and he ate that, so he doesn't feel hungry. It literally has like almost no nutrition. He just ate it, so the feeling of hunger goes away because he didn't have anything to eat. And then he comes back, Germany destroyed, family, like, maybe he was like 19, 20 at that point. The first thing he did was meet his wife. Like, then they married with like 19. That was like the first purpose. So he literally like had to work hard and had to make money to provide for his wife and his family. And then with like 20, 23, whatever, they had their kids. He had to work hard. He had to provide for the family. He was probably a construction worker or something. I don't know what he did. And the wife was staying at home looking after the kids. That's the dynamic that's always been. And these days, it's like everyone is so weak. Like, just on social media all day. Like, you're watching me right now, or partying every weekend, taking drugs, alcohol, smoking, whatever. Not working hard, not working on themselves. But like 8 years back, it was completely different. Even like 30, 40 years back, you had a purpose when you were born. You got put into war, you got put into a family, and you had to work, you had to provide. You had to be the man. You couldn't bitch. But it's also a positive thing for us. It's sad for the world and the generation that everyone else is weak, but it's good for us because, like the statement says, it's very easy to be great now. So we don't follow the normal path, when we don't indulge into bad habits, into porn, video games, drugs, all that bad stuff, to work on ourselves and work out, and we try to actually make a positive change in the world. It's much easier because everyone else is being a retard. But it's a paradox because at the same time it makes it harder because we have all these distractions. Back then there was no internet, there wasn't social media, there was no porn, there was no, like, obviously they had alcohol and drugs, but it wasn't like a common thing, like so easy to actually get access to it now. And they couldn't even afford to buy drugs and waste time on alcohol and stuff like that. They had to work. They had to make money for the family. They had to provide. They had a purpose. They couldn't wake up at 13 a.m., don't have a job, turn on the PC and play video games in the afternoon, then jerk off and go to bed. That's what most 20-year-olds do now. Back then they already had a family and kids, or they were in war. So when we actually overcome all this bad stuff, all this bad addictions in modern day, stupid shit that everyone else is addicted to, when we overcome that, we can become great very easily. But the first step is overcoming them. And I spoke about this before. It's literally two principles you have to have in mind. It's the dopamine baseline, which starts here when you have a peak, it goes down. So when you eat junk food, like I just did 10 minutes ago because I'm a retard, I ate some cookies. If you like, you have the high, it feels really good in the mouth, and then it drops down below, and now I'm feeling worse than before I ate the cookies. I still did it, even though I knew the principle, because we're like so addicted to it and like so brainwashed, and like you just want this one hit of dopamine because we're so sad and lonely and depressed and bored. But when we do overcome those things, we can become great. It's just extremely hard to overcome when you have mental illnesses, when you're bored, when you're alone. It's so easy to just pull out your phone and go watch porn. It's so easy to just turn on the internet and play a video game. So easy to just eat junk food instead of the actual good food that will provide you with enough nutrition and stuff like that, that you can concentrate and actually do your work and also have a good looking body. And we're all victims to this. But the good thing is, when you're watching me, you're probably on self-improvement and you already know all this, and you at least realize that all of this is wrong. I know many people from school and stuff like that, they would never think about, oh, I'm partying every weekend and I'm taking drugs and I'm eating junk food, I'm not working out, and I feel like shit, but I don't know why I feel like shit. I should just continue try to distract myself and get as much dopamine and stuff like that as possible. I don't know why I'm feeling bad. Like, at least we realize it. So that's like the first step. Like, we realize that all of this is fucked up. And then we can take action and try to reduce all those habits, and we can replace them with good habits. Like, today is Saturday. Usually I go out on Saturday. I used to go to my girlfriend. Now that I broke up with her, I used to go to friends and like talk to them and like stuff like that, and like try to have like a nice time. But in the end, it was just like no valuable lessons learned or anything. It was just like a waste of time, actually. Today I stayed home. Yesterday I stayed home. I was supposed to go to a party yesterday. I just ghosted them and didn't show up because I couldn't be bothered. And like, I woke up and just started learning. I started studying science of well-being, watching a podcast, meditated. I did 240 push-ups, journaling, gratitude journaling, all that stuff. Of course, I wasted like maybe 1.5 hours on stupid shit like looking up clothes, listening to music, and just relaxing and looking into nature outside my window, or cuddling with my cat. But yeah, it's so easy to be great now because everyone else is a retard. And when we become great, we shine much more, and people realize that we are great much more than if everyone else was great. But everyone else is weak, so it's easy to be great. And then you will get the most attention, you will get all the attention, you will get the respect from the guys, you will get the get the attention from the girls. And I want to be that guy. I don't want to live a mediocre life. I want to make money, I want to have a good body, I want to be mentally stable. I want to be the guy that people look up to. I want to be that guy when I walk on the beach and take my t-shirt off that everyone looks at me. I want to be that guy. I have to be that guy. So remember the statement. It's so easy to be great now because everyone else is weak.